Today I wanted to provide some new gameplay footage, info, and reveals regarding Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Yes, these are big updates. From more footage of Blue Kaioken Goku and Beerus gameplay to updated gameplay footage that looks extremely smooth to more demo reveals, and even the producer addresses another question regarding Dragon Ball GT and movie characters being in the game. Timestamps are in the description below. Now, let's start the video. Although we have seen Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken gameplay footage a few days ago, this is actually one of the first times I've actually seen it like completely raw. And of course him doing that clash attack where he punches his opponent, which does look good. We also see Gohan and Goten using their brother Kamehameha, which reminds me of the Broly movie where Gohan fought Broly. Does this mean we'll be seeing Dragon Ball Z's Broly in the game? Hey, maybe. I believe a lot of these games nowadays, they always include the legendary Super Saiyan version of Broly, even despite the Super version being a thing. And of course, you also see Super Vegeta, which his transformation animation does look pretty nice. But yeah, overall, I say I like this footage. I think one thing I do want to see is another attack with Gohan, Goku, and Goten as a trio Kamehameha, just like in the Broly movie. I think that would be pretty swell. But yeah, overall great footage. Let's move on to the Piccolo footage now. Wait, a quick little update, but apparently story mode footage has resurfaced for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero that apparently shows an updated build of the game, which was probably seen a few days ago, but a lot of people were using the English version of the fight, so for this, we'll just be looking at the Japanese version. So, do you notice any difference? Well, I personally do, but before I commentate any further, let me show off the other parts of the fight.
俺の力を拒むものだから、どれほどの戦いをするのかと見に来れば、見苦しい戦いをするな、孫悟空。ピッコロ。孫悟空、貴様、新しいとっておきの技なんかないのか。
すまねえな。
手を抜きやがって。俺は真面目に修行して新開発したってのによ。
お前も新技を開発してるってのかよ。ようやくお前らとの差が少し縮まったかと思ったのよ。クリリンも新しい技あんのか？ああ、俺の方はまだ開発途中だけどな。
よし、ならオラがなんとか時間を稼いでみせる。
ちくしょう、なんてパワーだ。クリリン。
So from looking at it so far, it does look faster and more smooth compared to any other previous footage that I have seen. Although, to be fair, there's a lot of low quality footage going around and a lot of 30 FPS footage. So moving on, I would say that this is some of the best looking footage from a raw gameplay standpoint that we've seen so far. Anyway, now let's move on to Piccolo. So I don't really see any problems here. Piccolo's combos, attacks, specials look nice. This is also another scenario where there's actually like raw gameplay that I actually like from Piccolo. And his ultimate, as per usual, looks very great. Have we even seen the Hellzone grenade from him in any demo gameplay footage? I don't know, but I would love for it to be in the game, of course, just like in the previous Dragon Ball Z games. Anyway, now let's move on to Vegito.
What? How do you like it? That was close. Shut up!
So again, this is one of the few times where we see actual raw gameplay of Vegito Blue, especially with the English dub. Previously, we've only seen the Japanese version, but now we get to actually see his combos and attacks and his voice lines, and we get to hear his voice lines. The only unfortunate thing is we didn't really get to see any specific combos. Well, not combos, but we didn't get to see any specific specials or ultimates. Or did we even see any blast stocks? Did we even see any stock skills? I don't think so. But I guess this is as good as it's gonna get.
めんどくさ。よし。お前にはこれで十分だ。力の差が分かったか？ を挑むときはうまいものを持ってこいよ。
So for the context of this clip, this is the first time I believe that we've seen actual demo gameplay footage of someone using Beerus, God of Destruction, and it's showing off his actual hakai attack. And that looks, I like the sparkles. I like the yawn. I like his end pose. I think that's one of the best things about this. But yeah, Beerus so far looking nice. No problems here. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing more of his combos and attacks being shown in a further video or in official gameplay footage from the devs themselves. One thing I hope for in a future Dragon Ball game is for him to do the actual hakai that he used against Zamasu, where the opponent just disintegrates. That's a dream that I wish that these Dragon Ball games will do in the future. Dragon Ball Legends probably might, but yeah.
To hit the franchise since Dragon Ball Super Broly, maybe. To this day, people still argue and discuss imaginary matchups in and beyond Dragon Ball. Just Google Goku versus Superman and you'll know what I mean. And I get it. There's an eternal joy in imagining these hyperdynamic, hypothetical fistfights, and there are so many YouTube rabbit holes about all sorts of weird, what if Goku didn't lose his memories when he landed on.
And here we have good news for those who are a fan of the previous Dragon Ball Z game, Dragon Ball Budokai Tenkaichi games, and it's with the fact that Vegeta has his signature move where he says, "Don't underestimate the Saiyans." And of course, he uses his Great Ape Power Ball to transform into his Great Ape form. Part of me does think that to save roster space, that they might just limit this transformation for Vegeta only and try to avoid it for Nappa and Raditz. This is base DBZ Gogeta's Big Bang Kamehameha in its entirety. And of course, there's a special animation when he uses it against Golden Frieza. You know what would be really screwed up? If they decided to have this attack in the base game, but not have GT Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. That would actually be pretty screwed up. Part of me does think that Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will be in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. However, there's always a possibility that he can be DLC. In my opinion, I am leaning towards them including GT characters and Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, although I personally don't see a lot of GT characters being in the base roster. But still, this kind of gives you an idea of how Big Bang Kamehameha will look in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Ayoub様との修行の成果見せてやっ
か。激しい戦いが俺を強くする。さあやろうか。
As for this video that I'm showing you, I wanted you guys to see more of the combos and intros of the early versions of Goku for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. It seems that Goku's Kamehameha can actually go down forward instead of just a straight up attack. And there is a combo move that he does. In the comment section below, do you recognize the combos that this version of Goku did from the previous Budokai Tenkaichi games? Or is it a brand new original combo that he never used before? With that out of the way, it also looks like we will be able to tech grabs in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. This was a feature in the previous Budokai Tenkaichi games, if I remember correctly, where if you wanted to grab your opponent, you can actually be countered if your opponent times it right. Again, my memory is a bit hazy, but yes, tech grabs are still in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Before I close off this video, I'd like to talk about an interview that was conducted not too long ago regarding the game. So they had a bunch of questions, and I don't want to go through every one of them. So I'll get to the ones that I want to get as quick as possible. So original characters appeared in Raging Blast. Will we see them in this work as well? Will spin-offs like Raging Blast and Tag Team continue? I'm guessing he's referring to Super Saiyan 3 Broly and Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. I'm sorry, but I can't tell you anything about the character at this point. There is nothing I can say about derivative works as of right now. When did the actual development start? The late Akira Toriyama is famous for supervising Dragon Ball works and providing characters. Did Toriyama participate in that aspect during the development of this game? If you think about it from the planning stage, it takes about 4 years. I think it would be difficult to answer whether Mr. Toriyama would participate or not. Yeah, there's been a lot of years been going on. Okay. In the public demo, Goku's energy wave was deflected. To what extent can you block attacks with the Insight? Can the Ultimate Blaster deflect it too? It cannot deflect all attacks and must meet the activation conditions. I don't think I can see GT or the characters from the movie version. Will I be able to see them in the official version? What they're referring to is the Dragon Ball Z movies, the non-canon versions, and Dragon Ball GT, in which it says, as expected, it's difficult to say at this point. Please wait for the next news. Yeah, that's it. Pretty vague. I have this feeling that GT will be in, but let me know in the comment section below. See you guys next time.